innovation have to come from where the ICOs are, or can there be the innovation without the ICOs?
Well, you can get the innovation without the ICOs, and that's what the US people are doing. They're establishing companies in places like Malta and Gibraltar and Singapore, and places where there's favorable tax incentives, and places where the regulation speaks well towards ICOs. But the US may get a brains drain towards those areas. If you go to Singapore and you go to Japan, you're speaking to Americans, and they're there because they want to launch their ICOs. So I think the SEC did adopt a responsible approach by taking their time to see what's happening with the industry. But now we know that crypto is real. We know that this thing, the blockchain and crypto, isn't going away anytime soon. And now they've got to come to the party and give us some kind of regulation so we know where we stand.
Okay, so we got you here. You've been an investor in crypto for many, many years, so we want to play a game with Rand.
What game are we
like
playing?
To play games with friends.
We're
nice
games.
We're going to
nice games.
Play a game.
I'm worried. I'm worried.
Called HODL or FODL, and we're going to give you a few cryptocurrencies, and you're going to tell us if you would hold on to the crypto or if you would fold, sell it, FODL. Got it?
You better.
Man, this show has so many weird things. I'm going to make that a separate clip. But anyways, so he's bringing up a great problem that we're going to have if the United States, and when I say we, sorry, our audience is actually more international. I think it's 48% of my audience is from the U.S. So it's sad that the U.S. is falling behind, and he had mentioned all these other countries where Americans, and I'm sure people from other countries too that don't have proper crypto regulations, they're going to leave. They're going to go to Singapore. They're going to go to Japan. And we're going to get that brain drain and the opportunity for jobs and to create new revenues and taxable revenues. It's going to go if the SEC and other governments are just too slow to set up clear regulations. So I really hope that we address this issue and that the SEC and both parties, Democrat and Republican, they figure it out and they make it clear so that people don't have to go to Singapore or Japan to start their ICO. And it's really unfortunate, but that's another reason too that the crypto market right now, I wouldn't lose your pants. We could be going back down to under 300 billion market cap, because there's still no clear regulations. Now, I do strongly believe that by the end of the year, before 2019, we should have way more clear regulations. And the fact that Goldman Sachs and some of these major institutional companies are now playing in the crypto market, I do see that by the end of the year, it's going to be way more clear. It's going to be properly regulated and favorably regulated. Goldman does a really good job of basically buying our politicians and making sure that they do whatever helps Goldman make money. And the fact that they're involved with a crypto exchange makes me very confident that even though maybe in the short term prices will go down, which is a great buying opportunity, long term, they're going to make it where there'll be clear regulations and we'll easily break that market cap of 1 trillion. And the best example I can use for this is Trump. It's just hilarious that Trump, first when he was going against Ted Cruz, he ripped on him because Ted Cruz took a bunch of money from Goldman Sachs and his wife worked at Goldman Sachs. And then he comes to Hillary and he rips on Hillary for taking a bunch of money from Goldman Sachs and doing the exact same thing as Ted Cruz. And then as soon as Trump takes office, what does he do? He puts in 6 or 7 Goldman Sachs members into his cabinet, his financial cabinet. Now he did fire them, or they resigned because of the tariff stuff that he was doing, but it's just hilarious to show that the power that lobbying big financial institutions like Goldman Sachs have. So I would be a lot more bearish, and that's why I don't think crypto will ever go to zero, because once Goldman Sachs, the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, like these big boys, once they got their hands involved in the crypto market, they're not going to, they're making money on this, so they're definitely not going to let their golden goose or cash cow go, because in a way, if they don't allow people to bet on that, then they'll go bet on sports teams. Anyways, let me know your comments and your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys soon.